Okay, welcome back to class. Welcome back to class. Do you have a good lunch?
Yeah.
You did? Okay. So, during the break just now, you actually did interviews. Okay, you did interviews. Did you manage to get all your interviewees?
Yes.
How many interviewees did you have?
3.
3, yeah? How about y'all? Sandy, how many did you all get? How many interviewees do you have? 4. Well done. You've gone above and beyond the call of duty. How about the teams over here? Have you managed to do your risk assessments? Yes? Have you done your risk assessments? Have you managed to do your 4-step for the 9 different scenarios? Got that? How about this team over here? Yes? Have you managed to do? Done? Done? Okay. So what I would like to do now for the next 10 minutes, right? For the next 10 minutes, I would like to call upon the teams who were doing the risk assessments. First of all, I like the teams who did the interviews, the safety ones. The welfare team. Can you look at your worksheet? Do you notice this? This is on page 7 of your worksheet. So I'd like you to summarize your interviews, all right, into this template. So can you, in your team, summarize your findings in your interviews into this template? Because you need to later on present your results using this. Okay, so please work together, summarize your results. Okay, so basically the results will be what is good, what could be improved, what could be added. This will help you to frame what are the needs of the persons that you have interviewed and what you can actually include in your corporate wellness proposal. Okay, so now on to the persons who are doing the risk assessment. Right, I'd just like to do a quick check. Did you do all your 9 cases in this template? Right? Okay, so please do so. You have got another 8 more minutes to do this. Alright, so please do this. Alright, now, so 8 more minutes. Okay, so both of your teams in your respective companies, please complete the respective tasks and place all of this into what? Place it into your PowerPoint first, right? Because you're going to present it, right? So consolidate everything for parts B, C, D, E. Place it into PowerPoint. And yes, your question?
This template is for each of the...
Yes, each of the 9. 9. Yes, each one. That's why each of you are supposed to do 3. Right?
Okay,
Can? Chop. Chop, do it. You have 7 minutes left. Right? So quickly do it, and then after that, share your PowerPoint and consolidate everything. Okay? Can do it. This one, you're not scared drop. Okay, never mind. Okay, so okay, can. So remember, you must have this. Consolidate, put in your PowerPoint. You all got this? Excellent. So this one, you need to base it on what you have covered in the interview. Can I ask you whether you understand what is meant by classification type? Where do you get this from? Where? This one. Which is the one that's linked to Ottawa Charter.
So do you write the...
For your, yes, you have to, but for your whatever you have done in your interviews. Okay, so from your interview, what did the person tell you? So where will you identify this to be? Why do you think that's important? Why do we need to specify this and this? Why? Why do we need to specify this?
For the infrastructure, maybe it's the spacing of the place.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the why we choose physical, right? Because you want to promote.
Because what? What did you do just now? What did you do just now when you actually filled up this? What did you do just now? You wanted to find out. Just now you said you want to find out where there are. So you are looking at improving the. What are you looking at? You're looking at improving. You're looking at improving, right? So you have to find out where there are. Right? No. right? Which is not covered.
Dimensions that are not covered.
Yeah, alright. So that's what you need to identify from your different interviews. So I'd like you to just quickly work on this and summarize. Okay? So potato chips, would you like to share with us the benefits of potato chips? Sorry?
What time you start finish?
I beg your pardon?
What time you start finish?
I've already started. Why what happened? Your computer's down now. Then sadly, would you be able to share with some of your teammates?
Yeah, sharing.
Yeah, sadly, yeah, I guess that's what's. You cannot access the internet.
Internet. At first
Okay.
it's asked me to update, but I cannot do anything. The update finish within that time.
After class. Later, careful you play using your phone, okay? Yeah. Okay, so I'd like to ask you, have you looked at the have you looked at the template that I showed you all in the one with the 3 colors? Yeah, because you need to summarize based on that. Okay, this one, okay. So all of your different interviews, you need to summarize this. You need to collate it. Can I just have a sense of roughly, right, as a summary, right, what did the interviewees generally say that is good? Is there anything common that they say is good?
Yoga.
Yoga. So they say that yoga
They
is
like to
actually
go for the yoga.
in RP. Does RP provide yoga? Okay, so that's some of the things they say is good. What did they feel can be improved?
They say like maybe can make some of the activities compulsory,
Compulsory.
so that the staff will
Okay.
actually go for it. Because not many staff make use of the activities that RP has planned.
Okay, so you may need to evaluate whether or not making activities compulsory will that actually address the needs of the staff. Right or not? If you force people to attend the activities, is that addressing what you want to achieve? Right? So you need to think about things like that. What else did they say could be improved?
The app.
The mobile app.
Okay.
There's this mobile app, right, that he emphasized on free mobile app that you can customize your preference and everything.
Excellent.
And then it's like it doesn't have to be like a 1 hour thing. So it can be like 10 minutes daily.
Okay.
So
how is this linked to the mobile app?
because the mobile app is called 8 feet, so it's about 8 minutes.
Okay. So what he's suggesting is to actually use or to introduce a mobile app that will encourage people to do these different activities for a short period of time. Okay, that's a good idea.
Usually the school one is 1 hour session, and then a lot of people think that it's too long.
Okay, right. That's a good idea. So you may want to see whether you can highlight things like this, and you may also want to evaluate whether some of these suggestions might be feasible. So feasible means can it be done or not? So what do you think you need to consider when you are thinking of whether some of the suggestions can be implemented? What are some of the things that you think you will want to consider?
We can consider a compulsory 10 minute.
Correct.
10 minute, just a 10 minute normal like yoga or workout or something like every day you go 10 minutes.
Okay, so that is the program itself. But my question is, how can you actually determine whether what they suggested you can actually include in your proposal? Is it feasible? So how will you determine whether something is feasible? Feasible means can it be done? So what factors will you consider when you want to determine whether or not something is feasible? Right? So what factors will you consider? Yes, okay, so cost, budget. So I'd like you to keep this in mind as well when you are looking at all their suggestions. Right? Look at the feasibility as well. Anything else you want to consider when you're looking at the proposals? What else must you also consider in addition to feasibility, in addition to like what you mentioned, cost and budget? Do you think there's anything else? Say again? Okay, so what do you mean by awareness?
Some of the RP staff don't know like the gym exists or not.
Okay.
Then maybe they can like spread, maybe email them, then like say, oh, there's this gym going on, then you can come down,
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a very good point to consider. So, sure.
Do you all actually tell your staff where the facilities are? Like new staff? Because we have like 2 new staff don't know
Okay. Just now I showed you the emails. Do you see that there were some emails in there which actually specify where and when all of these activities are? So what do you think is the purpose of the emails?
Awareness.
So now that's another question. There's another question.
Do they see the
Do
email?
they even read the emails, right? So that's the thing. So when you were looking at the emails just now, what do you notice about the emails? Yeah. Right. So that is the thing about publicizing, right? Does your message get across clearly? So these are the things you need to consider when you come up with your proposal later. Okay, great. Okay, everybody. So finished up your collation. Have you all finished up your collation? Because now I would like to move on to the next part. Okay? Okay already? More or less finished up? Yeah? Okay, no worries. Yeah?
How do you determine the level of risk?
Whether or not? Okay,
Like
when you say level of risk.
Medium is what?
So when you're looking at the level of the risk, it taking in terms of this way, the level of the risk will determine whether you need immediate action or not.
Oh, okay.
So if you need immediate action, what do you think determines why? Okay, so you say that high requires immediate action, right? So what do you think can cause something to require immediate action? What do you think it will be?
If you fell and like injured either your hand, broke your break your arms or injured your head,
Yes.
and that would require like immediate action such as calling first aid people or calling an ambulance to actually send to the hospital.
Okay. So you have just described an injury, right? So just now you mentioned the injury is you have broken the hand, right? So what exactly? How would you describe this injury compared to something that's pretty mild? What are you referring to
Pretty
now?
mild may just be like you trip over something. It's just a simple fall. You can actually get up yourself and you are still able to like walk or move around. And for like those that require immediate action is you are unable to actually respond straight immediately. You need to have someone by your side to actually assist you in it.
Okay.
I think
So I would like to ask, you hear what she said? Right? Okay, just now she asked a question on what exactly is it that actually defines whether the level is actually high, medium, low, right? So you have actually brought up the point on whether or not there's an injury, right? Next thing is you have brought up whether or not the severity of the injury, right, would actually determine this. So I'd like to throw back, since all of you are from safety team, do you agree with this? So she mentioned it's about the severity of the injury, right? So the severity of the injury, she says, defines whether it's low, medium, or high. What do you think?
That's my thought lah.
Yeah, that's her thought. So what do you think? What do you think is the reason?
How you determine which of the risk is medium, low, or
Yeah,
high?
low, medium, high. And just now, what I've mentioned, the low, medium, or high, right, will determine whether you need immediate action. So if you have something that's high, it means that you need immediate action. Straight away, you must put your action plan and solve whatever the issue is. So she mentioned that it is the injury or the level of injury. Do you agree that it is the level of injury? Do you agree? The level of injury. Is there anything else that can be considered? What else?
Actually, it depends on the person also, right?
Okay, what about it?
If the person fall, then they injured their hand, then it's like minor.
Yes.
Like if just say it's like small bleedings. But if let's say they really fall on the equipment or something like that, right? Then they broke their leg.
Yeah.
Then that one is serious.
Correct. So it's similar. What you're saying here is similar to what she's saying, which is the severity of injury. So I'm asking, aside from the severity of injury, do you think there's anything
Except for
else?
injuries, any other factors
Is there any
that
other
could
things?
determine the level?
Maybe like diseases like heart attack, 这种
Or
算吗？
like a bit like what you told us before, that it might not be because of the equipment, it might be
Maybe
because
your
of
own
your
self.
own physical condition.
Okay, but sure, then that will be something that you need to manage. However, does this actually link to your control measure? Because you see your own, take note, risk management, you are able to identify the root cause and you're able to manage the risk. So how will you manage the risk? You manage the risk by putting in place something that can actually minimize the chance of this thing happening. So you mentioned about pre-existing conditions. You really can't control that. But what else actually will cause you to encounter a certain risk? What else? What else will cause? Huh? Practices, okay, that's another thing. Okay, I'd like you to think in terms of. I'll go back to what I mentioned to her again, right? Your reaction, right, is determined based on the low, medium, high. So what you will do. So what this means is that if you have something that's defined as low, then it's okay. You don't need to deal with it immediately. You can take 2 weeks, whatever, to solve the issue. If it is high, then immediately you know that the risk is there already. So the risk is there already. What does this mean? The risk is there. It means that you need to take action, correct? But you need to take action because the risk is right there, right? So what does this relate to? Is it about level of injury or not? So,
If it's low, there's no need to deal with
Yes.
with it immediately.
Correct.
But if it's high, it's like immediate.
Immediate action is required. Why is it that immediate action is required? Why? Okay, 2 things. Let me give you an example. This, remember just now that thing that was hanging on the wall? Right? So, if you have this scenario that this thing is hanging on the wall, okay, then this thing is very, very frayed already. It might drop any time. Right? It might drop any time. Okay? Because the wire is like almost breaking off already. Versus another one where you just see that, this thing here, there's just a little bit of fray. So something like this, you have to immediately address it. You must fix it immediately, right? You must fix it immediately on the spot, right? And before you do this, you must straight away cordon off the area because you know that this thing is going to happen anytime. This one, it's still okay, right? You can probably put some temporary measure. You can put tape or something like that, right? Because it's not going to fall on somebody immediately. So which is this?
This would be under medium, right?
Which one?
The tape one.
Okay, so this is definitely high. Why? Because you need immediate action. So in addition to fixing it, you must cordon off this area. This one is okay, you just tape the thing, right? So this is probably medium. So what's the difference between these two then? What's the difference? What exactly is the key thing that causes this to become high? What? Is it the intensity of the injury? Is it? Because you see, injury, right? First of all, this thing can happen anytime, right? This thing can happen anytime. This thing may or may not happen. But when this thing happens, right, wouldn't the injury be the same? Because a person walking under it, right? If this thing happens, if let's say this thing drops, right, same thing. What is it? What do you mean by intensity? When is this going to happen?
It's one is immediate, one is unknown.
Not say unknown, but you already identified that there's a risk. But it's not something that may happen anytime. So you get what it means or not now? Right? This is something that will happen. You know that the issue is going to happen immediately. Okay, so this will be a high risk. Do you encounter any high risk issues just now?
The light one.
Which one?
No, but that one not breaking.
It's the lights.
That one is just.
Is it that serious?
That one should be under low, because there is no tear or anything.
There was something that was pretty high just now.
Oh, the gym one?
That one can break anytime.
Yeah, you know the gym when we enter, there is
Yes.
one thing in the middle one, but I never take photo of that.
Yes. Okay.
They are already
So that is an example.
But
It's
they
really taped.
only put the signage on the chair, so they never put at the exact place where the thing is being wear and tear. There's only a tape around it.
Yeah.
So people will still go and lift it.
Okay. So that is. Yeah. So that's a good example. So I hope you know the difference now, right? The same issue can occur, the same injury can occur, but one will occur more immediate than the other. So that's how you classify. Can? Okay. You guys all right? So now let's move on to the next exciting part of today's lesson. Wow. Yay. And what I would like to do now is to draw your attention to section F. So could everybody please look at section F of your worksheets. Okay, so please look at section F. Okay, so everybody look at section F. Now, can anybody recall, I did mention a little bit about this morning. What is the Singapore Health Award? Anybody knows or want to guess? What do you think is the Singapore Health Award? Anybody got any idea? Huh? What did I mention this morning? That the Singapore Health Award, why is it that we need to compare what we have done in our proposal? Yes, sorry, Angeline?
A benchmark
Benchmark for?
workplace.
Okay, very good. Okay, so you all heard what she said? Right, Singapore Health Award is a benchmark for excellence in the workplace. So all your proposals, you want to see whether or not you actually are able to do something that is pretty good, right? That will actually effectively address workplace wellness. Then we use the Singapore Health Award as the benchmark. So this is what you're going to do now. You have this morning and earlier this afternoon, you have already come up with your needs assessment and your risk assessment. Now you're going to go into this template, and this is what I would like you to include inside your presentation as well. So do this together as a whole company. Now you're together already. Right? So look at all of these different components. Can you spend the next 10 minutes, right? Look at this component, right, which is 2, 3, and 4, right? We will omit section 1 first, but I would like you to look at your proposals, what you have actually come up with so far. Do you actually meet the requirements stated here? All right? So you need to work together because, as you can see, some of these requirements are related to needs assessment. So you look at part 2. Can you see this? This is referring to needs assessment. So needs assessment, who will be doing it? You will be? Who's doing it? Needs assessment? You. Okay, so those of you who are doing the welfare, you address the part, is your needs assessment comprehensive enough? Okay, so you need to address this part. Those of you who have been doing the risk assessment, right, those of you over there behind, please address whether or not have you covered enough of the environment and ergonomic assessment. So this is your section, which one? Ergonomic and environment assessment. Which one do you do? Which section just now? Do you remember? Ergonomic and environmental assessment. Which section is it? What does this refer to? What does this refer to? Which one? Which one?
Sorry.
Okay, I'm asking, right? Where do you get the info for you to assess your environmental and ergonomic assessment? Where? Okay. Did you manage to come up with 10 each in each of these scenarios? So that's how you determine. So are your 10 scenarios, are they sufficiently robust enough? Okay, so you must cover this. And your 10 scenarios are, so I'm referring, so can the other team also take note? Jolene and all that, take note as well. You're doing the risk assessment, you must check whether your this part here, this section, does it also cover the ergonomic aspects? Okay, because this has to be part of your assessment. Okay, Ken? Right? So everyone, please open this worksheet. Right? I would like you to provide your details over in this column. Right? As to your own self-assessment on whether or not you have actually met all of these criteria. Okay? Ken? Okay, so for today, in your presentation, remember to put this in one of your slides as well. Okay? For component 1, right, we will omit this for now. I'll explain to you what you need to do about it later, but for now, I'd like you to look at 2, 3, and 4. So can you spend the next 10 minutes, right? Now it's 1:37. Can you, in your both of your teams, work on the points that I've just mentioned? Include this in one of your slides. Okay? Can? So please arrange, chairperson and co-chairperson, please arrange for this to be in one of your slides. And work on this now for the next 10 minutes. Okay? Can? Assign somebody to do this. Can? But you all need to provide inputs as well. Right? They need to provide inputs from the risk side. Yeah. Okay? Can? Okay? Can? So can you appoint some people, co-chair and chair? Appoint some people to start working on this slide. Okay? Right now. Let's go. Do it now. No. Okay, let me repeat again. You need to have this whole thing, this entire thing, put it into your slide. But I need you to check whether your plans, right? So far you've got your needs assessment, right? Oops. Your needs assessment, right? As well as your risk assessment. Does it meet these requirements? Okay? Because this is the evaluation criteria. Okay? Can? So you have till 1:48 right, to do this. Okay? In the meantime, the rest of the members, you can also fill up the other gaps that you need to fill up. Can? Okay, let's do it. Doing this one? Yeah? Right. What about the lights?
How's that one we have to do? I'm not supposed to describe the wire, not wire.
Is it loose?
It's
Or
not,
is there a
it's
potential that it might actually drop?
Yeah.
Yeah, so then you just describe it along those
No, as in,
lines.
so what is it called? The what? The wire.
What?
The wire of the light?
Yeah.
Really? It's called the wire of the light, man.
Connecting wire, maybe? Yeah.
The connecting.
Yes, you can describe it that way. This one, no good. Yeah, that's some
And
work.
this is nice, you know. Shoot
I know.
the sourness.
You are hereby captured on camera eating this. Okay.
It's okay lah.
Yeah, good.
Advertisement.
Yeah.
Eat
Yes. So what are you doing now?
I'm helping her to do.
Okay. So you guys are doing this, right? So I'd like you to maybe look at this and see whether or not, right, do you actually meet this criteria? Do 2, 3, 4, 5 first.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. Okay. So some of the points, as you can see in 2, require dear input. Okay. Okay. Those of you who are doing this, let me draw your attention back to this. Okay. So can I check for this side? You guys are doing this, right? For this side, who is doing it? They are. Okay. So you're finishing up the risk assessment part. Okay. Those of you who are doing this, kindly listen here. Wow, I see a RP logo there. Okay. Section 2, you are supposed to determine whether or not have you done enough of the needs assessment. So the interviews you have done, were they sufficient? Alright, that's what you need to do. Next, you need to work with them did they do enough of the ergonomic assessment? So in the scenarios A and B, did they have ergonomic assessment as well? So what is ergonomic assessment? You ask them. Okay, ask them for their inputs. This part, is there enough risk assessment done? Was the risk assessment done for low, medium or high issues? Okay, so that's for part 2. Okay, got it? Okay, now for part 3, this part here, where you go back to, what you right? You all remember this? Right, so you need to go back to this thing. Okay, go back to this one. So, comprehensiveness is whether or not there's enough coverage. So are all of these covered? Okay? Okay? So did you, in your proposal, come up with plans to fill up all of these different gaps? Okay, so that's what you need to do for part 3. Okay, so part 4, right? Part 4 is about inclusiveness. Do you remember what is inclusiveness here? What do I mean by inclusiveness? Anybody? Just now your group, right? Sandy, your group actually did speak a little bit about inclusiveness. Do you know what it means by inclusiveness? What do you think comes? Okay, just now you mentioned something about inclusiveness, right? So that's what part 4 is about. So you need to identify whether your programs are they sufficiently inclusive. Okay? So what do we mean by inclusive? Make a guess. Make a guess. What does inclusive mean? How will you define inclusiveness? Anybody? Right, inclusive. Okay? So, what do we mean by inclusive programs? Okay, related, not so much. Any idea? Yes. So this whole bunch here, right? Okay. Alright, see this is the demographics. Okay, the team over there, take a look at this as well. Alright, so does your program, right, when you have programs, do they benefit all of them? Do they benefit all of these different individuals, or do they only specifically benefit only a small group, only these people, right? So the extent to which you actually benefit more people, more staff, that is your inclusiveness. So I'd like you to take a look at the programs that you have as well, and what you have got from your needs assessment. Does it benefit all the staff or not? Okay, you get what I mean by inclusiveness? Ken, inclusiveness, understand? Benefiting a small group, that's being not inclusive. Benefiting more people is more inclusive. Yeah, so the app, right? So let's say you're going to talk about the app, right? Will the app benefit everyone? Then just now you also mentioned making it compulsory. Will that benefit? Yes, are you sure? Compulsory, will it benefit people? What happens if you make, what happens?
We make it compulsory 10 minutes only. Just 10 minutes.
Okay.
They need to do something either you go relax, you go exercise, whatever.
Okay, so you need to justify how is that inclusive, right? Now, I think, right, what you are mentioning here is not about compulsory, but you are providing something to them. So you are providing something for them.
10 minutes every day.
Sure, but what are you doing to allow this to happen? Right? So you need to think in terms of how this is done. Okay, Ken, so quickly fill this up. Another 5 more minutes. Okay, so just fill this up. Just some brief comments. Right? Some brief comments will do. Workplace health promotion. Yeah, so that's the plan you're coming up with, which is based on your needs assessment interviews. Okay? Foosball. Okay. I give you another 5 minutes to finish this up. Yes? No. OOS. OOS. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, in the meantime, chairperson, you are a very busy person. Get ready. Get ready to. You have your worksheet. Okay, you're going to get ready now to mobilize your. This one. You're going to mobilize your team to do quick brainstorming on what initiative is innovative.
My team only.
Yeah, everybody.
Oh, the company.
So you will gather there to do your brainstorming. Okay, get ready.
So me and Diana.
Your whole team, not just you and Diana.
Okay,
everybody.
Okay.
Okay. Chairperson, get ready to mobilize your team to do. You got your worksheet. So chairperson very busy. See this number 5? You're going to get ready to mobilize your team over there, right, to do a brainstorming session. Okay? So you need to gather everybody quickly, all go there, brainstorm. No. What do you need to brainstorm? The SAP? 150, 3 minutes more. Okay? Okay, Sandy also. How you all finish the.
I don't know how you're gonna put it in.
Copy and paste in. Copy this whole table and paste it in, but you just fill up the evaluation on the right part. This is your self-evaluation. You all done self-evaluation, right? Every time you all do peer and self-evaluation, correct or not? Yes? So this is similar. So this is your self-evaluation. How well do you think you have achieved the requirements?
Okay.
Right? Then later on, you need to do peer evaluation. First one, Omid, I just ask you to do 2, 3, and 4.
2, 3, and 4?
Yeah.
2, 3, 1.
Can? Very fast one. You just need to justify. Do you think you have met this criteria?
I think we have met this.
Yeah, so why? So just put some comments in there, and then this has to go into your slide. You must go into your slide. Okay, quickly do it. You have 2 minutes only. 2 minutes. 1:50. We need to start. Something else. Something exciting. Exciting. Oh well. This one also will be very, yeah. Okay, by the way, yeah, 激烈. By the way, this is what's going to happen when you go out and work next time. You are going to be given very tight deadlines. Okay? Just like when you all were doing your MSc, right? A lot of you didn't have enough time, right? Why you got tight deadlines? So same thing, you're only going to be given very, very tight deadlines to accomplish this task. And you must accomplish your task within the constraints of the deadlines given. So now you are a registered company, right? What is at stake here? At stake is whether or not you will win the bid, right? So you are both competing against each other. Both of you are working with a tight deadline. So go for it, right? Do your best within the allocated time. Okay? Got it, Okay, chairperson. I see chairperson over there is already very ready. Let me just flash you this slide. Okay, the time is now 1:50. Right, so given that you have got very, very tight deadlines, the time has now come for the chairperson and the vice chairperson for you to convene a brainstorming committee. So this brainstorming committee will be to address number 5. Okay, so what is number 5? Okay, so everyone take note. Number 5 is this. Does your workplace health promotion plan, does it incorporate anything that uses unconventional strategies? Unconventional, anything new, anything that is not thought of by other people before. So you must have something innovative, because this is going to form the assessment criteria. Okay, so once you are ready, please convene, involve everybody in your company. Right, involve everybody in your company in this brainstorming. Okay, ready? So this team, you will use this board, right? So for P&P, you're going to use this board. Convene, everybody join in, please. Right? You also join in, come on. You need to drop your work and get doing. Okay, because this is an important task that suddenly you have been tasked to do now. Right, so come, join in. Okay, come. 4 P&P, get your chairperson call you. Right, so you better join. You better go to where your chairperson calls you. If not, she will fire you from the company. They got no job. Right, so chairperson is calling you for an emergency meeting. Okay, go. Use the board, just brainstorm. Okay, come on, brainstorm. Okay, don't fight. Later then you can fight, alright? So come on, you have got very limited time for this. You have got until 2:05 to finish. So let's go. Okay, come up with something that is innovative. So just come up with ideas. So normally brainstorming. What are you? Yes, so innovative, it means there is something that's totally new. Either you use technology, right? So what are the emerging technologies? So when you brainstorm, what do? Just come up with ideas, put it on the board, then you choose one that is most useful. Okay. Okay, everyone, why not you just gather? Come, Claire, join in. That one you hold for a while first. Okay, so everyone come in and contribute. Okay, so everybody must contribute. The company are working together. Okay, so now you're looking at your... Yeah, okay, so you have decided that this... Okay, so don't let them copy. Okay, so you're deciding that this is going to be your intervention. So now the next thing that I would like you to work on, you have already decided on this. How is this going to be considered as innovative and unconventional? Is mobile app a new thing? New thing, but a lot of people got mobile app. How you use it? Okay. Okay, so then you need to state how are you going to customize it so that you make it innovative and something that nobody has done before. Okay, got it? Okay, great. Okay, come. Wow. Okay, online. Okay. Okay, give you chairpersons, give you a few more seconds to choose which of these, and then after that you need to develop further on what you have chosen and see how you can qualify this as innovative. Yeah, choose. Correct. So which one do you think will qualify as something that is innovative, right? Then you need to develop further and operationalize this. Now you've chosen this. How are you going to roll it out? What features do you need to have? Okay, do it. Yeah. Come on. Yes? This one is in the recreational room. Recreation room. All right. Okay, I'd like to throw in something else as well that you need to consider. Right? First of all, what's the scale that you're going to implement this? Are you going to do it for every single lecture, every single lesson? Right? If so, okay, no, then you need to specify how many percent of all the lessons are you going to do it in this mode, right? And because of that, right, what are the resources you need, and is it feasible or not? Does it cost a lot? So you need to put all of this in. Okay? Yeah, it's okay. Then just give a estimated cost. Okay, give an estimated cost. Say again. So the other thing is, how is this related to workplace wellness? How does this also improve? So it can be innovative, but does it actually help to improve the wellness in the workplace or not? Okay, so all these things you must include. Chairman, vice chairman, and also all the other people in the company. Take note. All right. Chairwoman. Wow, got new chairwoman. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. So what do you have so far? You have mobile app, and then you're saying that.
We can put it inside the RP mobile app, right?
Okay.
Add the pictures. Then after that, it can be used to all areas because it's free and easy to use. You can customize based on your personal preference.
What is the mobile app? What content is going into the mobile app? This you need to put. How are you going to get the content? How can you ensure that people are motivated to use this app? Yeah, so all these things you must include, because otherwise, wait, you're proposing for student or for staff? Staff got life skill point here.
They got the
Then?
point, right? Then like maybe like got free lunch,
Sure. So please propose, because your plan has to cover all of these areas. Okay, you can have the most innovative plan in the world, but if nobody uses it, what's the point? Correct? So how are you going to do that? Right? And what's the content is also important, because is the content relevant? Right? Is it going to benefit the staff who actually use it? Okay? Can? Yeah, so go for it. Yes, good job. Good job, chairperson. And good job, co-chairperson. You're doing great. Huh? No, don't change, man. Work under pressure. So I tell you, this one, I'm only giving you very little pressure only, When you go out and work, it's going to be 1,000 times more pressurizing. So do it. Okay, got it. Okay. How? Okay, you have 7 more minutes to wrap up. Okay, 7 more minutes. After this is done, right? You don't need to type this out into your presentation. No, take photo, then include it in your slide. Okay, just take a photo and insert it into your slide. Okay, but make sure that you have covered what we want. Always take a look over there at what is needed. Does this meet that criteria? Okay. Yes. So is it unconventional? And you see the last part, most important. Last part. Yes, the last part is very important. How can it be successful? I need you to include that as well. So it would, sorry. It will not be successful if you got this thing there. Alright? There. Hey, chairperson, please keep your team members on task. Hello. Okay?
They drawing you, they drawing the big boss, so I don't say.
Okay. I like you while you're doing this. Hey, you all must support your chairperson also lah. You're just okay. Okay. Take note. Read this again. Are you able to cover this with what you have here? Right. So what do you have here? Read. What do you have here? Involving the use of. Okay. So this is the first part. Do you have this? Right. That's the first part. What else? How? So are you addressing this? You need to understand how can you make this successful.
Haven't come out yet.
Yeah, so I'm telling you that that's something you must have. Then?
You say this one, what need to be done to achieve award. So let's say you must talk team every day for 5 days.
Got it.
Have one thing.
This is how you incentivize people to do it. How can you make sure that this app will be successful, and how do you define success? How do you define whether this thing is successful? What are you trying to?
People are using. Yes.
Okay. What are you trying?
At least 60% of the school's body is using it.
Okay. Good. But what are you trying to achieve with this app? What are you trying to achieve? When you're looking at what you're trying to achieve, always look at. Okay. Where's that thing? Look at this. What are you targeting? Okay. And how are you doing it? How? Which one? Which one is it? Which one? Which level? Which area are you targeting? Which one? Which is? Possible, yes. So, to what extent will this address this area, which is what you've identified, physical, and also strengthening community action? To what extent will this actually achieve that? So that's what you need to do also. Got it? So this part is good because you are telling how you operationalize it, but what's missing is this part, right? How do you make sure it's successful? Okay, I need you to include that. After you're done with this, take a photo, insert it into your slide. So you don't need to type this out. Just take a photo, insert this in your slide. Then later you're going to present. Okay? Alright, you have got 4 minutes more to finish up. 4 minutes more, everybody. 4 minutes. Okay, 4 minutes more. Okay, 4 minutes before you finish this. Are you ready? 3 minutes.
No aircon.
Yes, what has happened to the aircon? So, Jolene, what's the risk when you have got no aircon? What happened? Yes? Yes? You're captured on camera, you know that? Hey, help your people lah, they're so stressed. Must help them a bit. I'm sure you got idea. Come. 2 minutes. Wow. Okay, this I would say you are still in the mode of operationalization, meaning how you are doing it. But how can you make sure that people will use this app? How do you make sure? And how do you make sure that the app, right? Not just people will download the app. How will they use the app to improve? Just now you all mentioned physical wellness is what you want to improve, right? How will you use this app to improve? How will you make sure that the app actually improves people's physical wellness? Just now Anna mentioned something about evaluating something. What did you say? You said something about making how many percent?
50%.
Correct. So that's one indicator, but that's only the downloading part. So you download doesn't mean you use it, right?
No, but then like.
How are you going to track?
But then the thing is like most okay lah. This is compared to most fitness apps, you are able to put in your own progress, right? So.
Yeah.
Why am I doing
So let's just.
Yeah. Why? Why are you doing this?
I don't want.
So do it quick.
So like,
You got 1 more minute.
So even though 60% of the body, student of the whether it is student body or staff body will use it, right? So what they do is it depends on how often they track their progress and put their progress into the app.
So what do you gather from what she just said? You need to measure something else. She just mentioned something very useful. What?
You set your goals, you achieve your goals, you get a reward.
Okay, that's also part of operationalization, which is good. But I would like you to develop further on what she said. Very useful point. Okay? Develop further on what she said. Very useful. Yes. Okay? Okay.
Also, like the app allows people to actually track their progress.
Mm-hmm.
So if they see like there's a progress, they will continue on to further improve.
Okay, so
themselves.
so there's a motivational factor.
Example, when they open the app, they get to choose what they actually want to lose
Okay.
weight, to maybe like
To gain weight.
to
Gain muscle mass, why cannot?
to gain muscle or
Okay,
to
good.
stay away from illnesses like diabetes and stuff.
Okay.
So we'll plan a workout for them, maybe a recommended diet also in the app.
Okay, can include throw. These are all very good ideas, right? So I would like you all to consolidate every single thing. This has to go into your plan, and later you gotta present it, right? You have 5 minutes to present this later, because take note your whole presentation is 15 minutes. Okay, everybody, your time is up. Finalize what you have. Take photo. Yes, right? Take photo. Okay, quickly take photo. Insert it into your PowerPoint. Okay. Okay. So right now, I would like you all to get ready for your presentation. The presentations are going to start at 2:15 sharp. So before you prepare your presentations, you need to have all the information that you have, right, including this, inserted into the slide. So please, in your companies, coordinated by chairperson, work together and take note. Yes, of course. So this is very important. This is a very important part of your presentation later. Okay? This is going to be very important. Okay, so add it into the slides. Okay? Now, do take note. Okay, you shouldn't still be, you should just take whatever you have now already. Then now prepare your PowerPoint. But if you want, you can quickly you can finalize this, but I need you all to finalize your PowerPoint also, because the first presentation is going to start at 2:15. Okay, 2:15. So everybody get ready. So in your presentations, chairpersons and vice chairpersons, please coordinate and assign who's going to present what. Okay, so now from now till 2:15, finalize all your slides. Get ready for who is presenting which part, and take note, 15 minutes per presentation. Right? 15 minutes per presentation. Anybody who exceeds 15 minutes will be minus mark. Every 1 minute, minus 1 mark. Okay? Okay, Can plan, quickly, plan. Go for it. Okay, plan, Chairperson, plan now. Who does what? Okay, so now, who's going to talk what? You need to ensure that your presentation doesn't go more than 15 minutes. The whole team, any minute more, minus 1 mark. And you only got 10 marks total. Okay? Total is 15. It's not, yes, you are one company. So you need to work, you need to be concise in your presentation. Okay? Alright, come on. 2:15. So next thing is, who's going to present first? Any volunteers who wants to go first? Okay, by the way, as I will review later, while you are presenting, it doesn't mean that the other team is free and not doing anything. The other team needs to do the evaluation while you are presenting. Okay? Okay, Okay, quick. Prepare your presentation. Anybody wants M&M? Nah, 1, 2, so who? You wanna? Nah. Wait, I give you some more. Hold on, I get for you. Are you raising your hand because you want M&M or because you have a question? Which one? Che, M&M. You want also? Nah? Okay, later the peanut one is the price. So sadly for you, we have to eat this time. Okay. Okay. While you all are preparing, your presentation. Okay, while you all are preparing your presentation, that's why chairperson and vice chairperson, you all need to be like super multitaskers. I'm going to hand out the evaluation sheet. Nah. Evaluation sheet. Tick. Nah. Tick. Evaluation sheets are being handed out right now. Hey, where's your co-chair? Okay. Okay, evaluation sheets being handed out. And here you go. Nah. Okay, yes, I will tell you shortly what's going to happen. Alright. Okay. Okay, multitask, everyone, listen up. You may have noticed I've just given out the evaluation sheets. Okay? So, later on, what's going to happen is this. You're going to present, each company is going to have 15 minutes, no more than 15 minutes. Any company that exceeds 15 minutes, minus 1 mark for every... What? It will still be rounded up to the nearest minute. So if 15 seconds or 1 second above, then it's considered as above already. Okay, now you're going to present for 15 minutes. So key thing, be concise and be sharp in your presentation, because as I've mentioned just now, this is a real life scenario. When you are pitching your workplace health promotion projects to management next time, you're not going to be given the luxury of presenting as long as you want, right? When you go out and work, you are given limited time to present. So this is a skill you need to work within your teams to address. Now you notice I've given you this evaluation form. What is this for? So when one team is presenting, right? When one team is presenting, so for example, let's say when totally mental wellness, which will go first, by the way, right? So totally mental wellness, are you ready? You're going first, because you are totally mental. No. Okay, so you go first. All right. So when totally mental wellness is presenting, right? You guys from 4P and P, you are going to evaluate whether they have covered, right, all of these different areas, and you are going to write down any points that you notice in their presentation that might actually can be improved, right? Then you're going to give the feedback after they have presented. You all got that? Can also everyone, your evaluation sheet, you need to include this, or rather you need to gather after their presentation and give the feedback, and not only that, give the score, right? So the one with the highest score will win. And they'll win what? What will they win? Yeah, chocolate. Okay, for you I get those without peanuts one, alright? Okay, so everyone, this is what you need to do. When the other team is presenting, you need to evaluate. Okay? Can? So the time is now 2:13. So totally mental. You have got 2 minutes to get ready. Have you consolidated the slides? Whose laptop is going to be used to present? Whose laptop? Yours? Okay. So Jolene, get ready. Get ready, Jolene. So I will hand this over now to you. Okay, those who are presenting, right? Later I give you extra chocolate. No, I said the one whose laptop is being used. Okay, so look at all the hard work going on. How fun, Stressful, stressful. Stressful, not? Stressful? Okay, but that's life, isn't it? All right. Okay. Are you sure? Okay, so you ready? You can just proceed to plug in. Okay, so the rest of the team. You want me to click for you? I click for you lah. Then you all go to the front. I click for you, okay? Come. Don't want. I want this one. Okay, in the meantime, the other team also get ready your presentation, because you can't work on your presentation while they are presenting. You have to do your evaluation. So if anybody is working on their presentation, so you have to cut off. You have to cut off at 2:15. Right? 2:15. All right. The time has come. Can the members of Totally Mental Wellness please come to the front and get ready to present? Okay, I will be timing.
Then why I got 3 papers?
You need one more, is it? Here you go.
Why I need too many?
Your team. All of you are supposed to evaluate.
Oh, then
okay?
one more thing already, I got 3.
Yeah. So when you're evaluating, okay, so just some very quick points before you're evaluating. When you're evaluating for the other team, okay, so for especially those teams doing the evaluation, listen up. Okay, when you're evaluating for the other team, those of you who are in the safety subcommittees, you may want to focus more on points related to safety when you evaluate them. Those of you from the welfare, you may want to focus more on the points from welfare when you evaluate them. Likewise for the other side. Are you ready to go forward? Alright, so you have okay, once you're ready, I've got a timer right here. Okay, so the presenters, please hold on to this. Who's starting? Yeah, the presenters hold on to this. Okay.
What do you just do?
Okay, are you ready? Ready? In 3, 2, 1, go.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm from Team 1 and I'm Claire.
You are from team what?
Right.
Hi.
Okay. So who's next?
So this is the first scene. So in the next slide, yeah, these are the root causes and improvement for each scene. So for the first one, I noticed that the cables were in a mess. So this caused people to trip and fall because they don't see the wires, and this is the cause of it. So the improvement is that they can tie the cables together in a bundle so that it will be neater, then it won't be so messy. And then the next thing is that there is a puddle of water at the sink area. So this is due to, of course, sometimes it can be carelessness because some people spill water or the pipe burst and therefore leak the water. So there can be those cloth put on the floor that absorb the water, or there's a sign that tell workers to clean up after they use. So the next one is that the cabinet was open and someone can knock into it. So the cause is that either the screw is spoiled, so it can't really close properly. So the solution is to actually call someone to fix it so that it can close. And then the next scene is that there is a woman at the side of the picture that's getting a book from the bookshelf. So obviously the cause is that the book is placed beyond her reach, so you can put it at a lower shelf or adjust the height of the shelf. So the next one is that there's a broken knife and blade. So the cause is that this caused the sharp objects to fall on the floor. So the improvement is to remove the knife so there won't be a hazard. And then there's a canal of boxes which block the escape route.
Continue talking, just continue talking.
So there is this poses a so the cause is that the staff didn't shift it to the correct area. So the improvement is that you can shift the position of the box, like not to be at the door area. And there's a printer machine that's blocking the door, so probably there's a lack of space to put all the furniture.
Okay.
And the last one is that there is a chair that's not placed properly, so the staff can shift the position of the chair.
So scene B, right? The first one is carton of boxes blocking the emergency door. The root cause may cause people to trip and fall if they don't see the wires lying on the floor. Improvement is they can use cable ties to tie on the wire, or they can change their sitting place near the socket area. Next, cables was lying on the floor. Man was sitting down and smoking. Will cause trip and fall if the cables are lying on the floor. Cause him to have bad posture and cause harm to his body. So improvement will be he can change his sitting posture. For example, use chair with straight back, keep both knees either 90 degree to the thigh or slightly less than 90 degree. Then feet supported on the floor and avoid prolonged sitting. Then as for the smoking area, right, if he can smoke outside the office, so that it can prevent second-hand smoker to others, and also making the office to be burned if the fire was not properly light off. Then a lady was standing on a roller chair, may cause her to trip and fall, so she should use a ladder. Yeah. Use a ladder, or maybe like use supported chairs, and remove her heels so that to prevent her from falling. Next, the lady at the door carrying 3 cartons of boxes may cause her not to see the view in front of her. Her posture was not right, it may cause her to have bad posture. So improvement made is she should use the trolley and push so that she can see the view in front of her. She can use proper way of standing or walking. For example, have equal weight on both legs. Avoid prolonged standing and don't hunch. Next, extinguishers was placed near the may cause the extinguishers to fall and break if it falls. And company should place in near the wall with a safe box. Next, the guy picking up the boxes wrongly with a bad posture, so may cause him to have backaches, and he should have proper way of standing when carrying boxes. For example, avoid bending and raise.
My.
And so then,
Oh my god. Next. Proceed next. Okay, so here's the 9 risks of assessment that we found at the. So what is it? It's a silicone spray. Where is it? It's at the staff recreation room. So the risk might be that staff might breathe in the silicone spray without knowing it, which this might cause a headache and nausea. So step 2, who, staff and even cleaners might be harmed, and how? By breathing the smell of the spray. So the control measures that could be done would be like place the silicone spray at a different place, and actions to be taken would be by replacing a new cap, or even place it at the different parts area of the room. Yeah. Okay, next. So the next would be called push ball, where staff recreation room, so the risk might be the end of the rope can hit the stomach of player, and when a player reaches into the goal or over the table, it might hit another player. So staff who are playing the game, and how if the staff are playing vigorously, the metal stick will hit the opponent player of the opposite side. So the control measures could be like they could place a rubber at the end of the metal pole, and action to be taken by checking maintenance of the equipment and place a rubber at the end. So next will be the chair was not stable to sit on, and it was at the staff recreation room, and this might cause injury and staff might fall down. So staff? How due to the unstable chair, the staff might trip and fall or lose their balance while trying to sit down. So the control measures would be remove and replace to a new chair that are comfortable. So to inform the in charge, and also actions to be taken to do a regular checks on the chairs. Yeah. So the next will be at sharp corner at the edge of the table, staff recreation room, and the risk might cause staff knocking on against the table, and how staff may not notice the square shape, and they might poke themselves on their waist. So the control measures would be like hang or place a sign at basically place a tape at the sharp edge the table so that it might cause any injury. Yeah. And action taken, place corner guards on every table. Yeah. Oh my god. So the open ceiling is at the gym, so it's dangerous. Staff might not know when will the ceiling might be falling off. So yeah. Same. Yeah. So control measures will be like we able to put signage to warn staff the risk of the open ceiling, and even put a barricade to avoid staffs entering the affected areas. So to inform the in charge gym staff and actions to be taken place with signage immediately. Yeah.
Okay, so the next one, right, will be all 3 will be under the staff relaxation room. So the first one is the loose wiring. The risk is it will cause tripping possibilities, and who will be affected mostly will be the staff and the cleaners who are in the room. How is they can accidentally trip and actually knock themselves. So precaution is to have signage or notice to inform and warn the users about the risk, and tape the wire on the floor or hide it under cabinet that can be unseen. So step 4 will be you can inform the Office of Estates. Action will be by the staff or the workers, and it will be within 1 week when it's being informed. So the second will be the curb. Risk will be falling off and possibilities of hitting the machines nearby. So same thing. How is they will actually lose their balance on the machine and trip off. and they can actually place the machine on a flat floor instead of a platform, making sure that the staff has a company with them so that anything happens, there is someone to inform and help out straight. The third would be the connecting wires of the lights. Risk is the potential of having the wire being snapped. So how is, if it actually happens to break, the lights will fall on their head. Precaution, have a monthly check on the wires, making sure there's no wear and tear. If there is, make sure that action are taken immediately. Have a maintenance team on standby so that immediate action could be taken.
Oh, wow. Okay, hi, I'm Diana. I'm the co-chairman of the total. Okay, my welfare team did interview questions for 3 staff, and these are the 4 questions that we asked them. Okay, so the first question, these are all their physical, mental, social, emotional, which you get this thing. So we asked them, so they give a different points there. Okay. The first interview, right, is from the staff at Career Center. So for question 2, right, is about the corporate wellness initiative. So the answer for the first interviewee is in RP, the facilitator did not really participate, but outside RP, she exercises, like running. And then the second interviewee is a lecturer in RP. So her answer is participate in weight loss, like exercises, and she also joined yoga program, weekly sport with students. The interviewee is librarian. The answer is the librarian participated in health programs like yoga or Zumba in RP. Okay, so the second one will be like the improvement for program in RP. So the first one said they have cool framework by HR to utilize resources and know more about knowledge like innovative mindset and stay relevant. So they also learn new skills. So this is how they improve their mental wellness. Okay, next. No. Okay, then the lecturer never really had a chance to attend like mental health workshops. So like this decreased the usefulness of RP initiatives because they only cover physical wellness. Yeah. Yes. Then the librarian. For her, right, the workshops usually happen during her lunch break, so the timing kind of clash, and then she didn't get to attend this kind of workshop to improve her wellness. Okay, next. Last question.
Okay. So the first interviewers is from the career center. So all programs she got no complaint, and then he done running together with them. So he required more to add more internal running games. And the second one was says okay now, no need more facilities. So the third one is the librarian. She says send more email to the staff so that they can choose to participate in the different programs. Next.
You've got 3 minutes.
Okay, this is what is good. The programs identified are actually staff student gym, men's Zumba fitness sessions, and mental health workshops. So they actually have a different classification type, which is infrastructure or programs. And then as I mentioned, for the first will be physical. Okay, So this is what we could improve, like workshop and mental health workshop to improve our emotional and mental continue work on them. So we ended up bring your child to work, then stress management to work on the other dimension of wellness. Alright, assessment, I don't know who.
Yeah, so how do you assess yourself? Spend 30 seconds. Do you think you did well?
I think we did fairly well because we asked people from a different part of RP, like librarian, blah blah blah. Yeah. So we asked like about the different wellness dimensions. So we found out that they mainly focus on physical because they think that's what makes them healthy, but no, it doesn't.
Okay. So you need to add more lah. Okay.
Yeah. So we tried to improve we tried to cover the other dimension by adding social and mental one. Okay, so based on interview, they also say like Zumba is physical, so that they communicate more with their colleagues.
Okay.
It's making it inclusive for other stuff. Okay.
Right.
Then our.
Okay. Then you just quickly.
Okay, so.
Come over. Bring the tracker here and describe.
What is this tracker? What do I do with the tracker?
2 minutes 30 seconds.
What we suggested was the camera live teaching, which is online. Okay. So this we need camera, Wi-Fi, blah blah blah. Okay, so what we wanted was to have certified teachers because like we don't want any
people to just come in and teach the students.
Okay, so this will include like offline mass lectures and clinics, like for workshop on stress management and family communication to work on the social and emotional wellness. Okay, so to make this program successful, right, we try to make this registration compulsory. So once you enter RP as a student or a lecturer, you need to register for this program, which is like probably on an app or Myleo or something like that. So there will also be a criteria for people to fulfill, like having a certain points per week by watching all these videos, and then they will also have this e-journal, which is like a weekly questionnaire for them to fulfill, so that they can rate their wellness level, and it also helps us to analyze whether this thing is useful for them or not.
Okay.
It's a bit late.
Anything else?
No.
You want to add?
No.
Okay. Okay. Good job. Thank you. All right, so you had 1 minute and 30 seconds to spare. So good job, huh? Can I have the tracker, please? Okay, so you have 1 minute and 30 seconds to spare. So very good. So you will plus 1.5 mark. Plus. Okay. All right. So who's presenting from this team? Get ready. Okay. So good job. Huh? No. Cannot. No toilet break. Okay, never mind. Whoever is presenting, where's your laptop? Come. No, later on, right? Okay, later on, you need to consolidate. That means after this second team, after the team has presented, then you will start. Then what will happen is, your team, right, will evaluate first. That means after you finish presenting, then you quickly gather, you evaluate them. Then after you all present, after they finish, then you all will evaluate them. Okay, got it? Never mind, explain later. That's quite sad. Okay, so is your team ready? Control, wow, so nice. Then how about who? Can I rub this off? Have you all taken a photo? Yeah. Because later I need to use this board for evaluation. Okay, I'll click for you. Okay, all your members here? Okay, so the other team get ready to evaluate. Okay, sorry. Huh? You all have what? Which one? Okay, wait.
I'm gonna die.
Hi, Angeline.
It's rotating here.
I think it does. It wants to stay with Angeline only. Okay, so can the presenters who want to this then pass on to the next presenter?
You just hold it. You hold it. Because I controlling.
Okay, once you're ready.
Yeah.
Okay, alright, just in time. Okay, ready? Sandy, when you're ready, you say go. Okay, go.
Okay, so basically we just go to the risk assessment. The first one is the balance board. It's so near to the platform or step. The staff will lose their balance and trip and fall. So what we harm is the staff because they might fall. What they can do is actually to place. No need lah. Place the balance board machine somewhere else. It's more safe, away from the platform or step or window. How? By taking action by the person doing the planning about the facility placing, like the management. So next is the wiring. It is very loose, even though they tape it. It might harm the staff by them tripping over it. So how to put it by action is by placing the wiring far away from the pathway, done by the technicians to make sure that the wiring is out from the halfway. Extension wire should put aside.
The extension, the plug thingy should put in the middle.
That one, not you guys. Okay, for the hazard, the blind pulley is too long, as you can see it there. She might choke on it. Okay. The staff, yes. Okay, the blind pulley is that not is shorter to the left, but it's still very dangerous for the staff lah. So it's good to put completely away from them, so that they won't hang around their neck like this.
Okay, so the next one will be the silicone spray with no cap. So the hazard is that, like without the cap, right, if people accidentally press on the spray button and the smell will spread around. So the possibility to get is cancer, and who might be harmed is staff. And further action is store it in a cupboard where it is away from people. Only take it out when you need to use it and place it back. So assessment in action will be action taken by everyone who use it, and remember place it back to the safety place. So the next one will be at the pool area. So it's like the both of the pool table placed very closely. So what will it cause
each other, resulting a narrow space, and who might become all the staff. And further action will be instead of having 2 tables, they can reduce it to 1, so that they have sufficient space to play the pool. Okay. Then assessment in action will be like place the pool table further away from one another to prevent accident of hitting one another. Can be done by blah blah blah. Can be done by technician. So another one will be the Q duster shelf, which is at the corridor that's pop out. If people who are walking, they didn't see it, they may hit until it. So who might be harmed? Staff. Further action. So by placing the Q duster on the table or near the Q area. So assessment in action. Action taken by technician to arrange it. Example, like put a table beside the Q.
Okay, so next is the ceiling panel. Ceiling panel are too loose, and this kind of ceiling panel can easily drop. So it's like those people using the facility, like they work out halfway, the ceiling fall out, it will hurt them. So who will be affected is the staff, because it's a staff gym. So instead of putting a ceiling panel, they can just stick a wallpaper over it, so like to prevent it from falling. And then who will put the assessment into action is technicians or the people that need to repair this kind of thing. Okay, next. Okay, so next is the Pilates extension machine. So the machine is placed too closely to another workout like chair, so it might hit the person. So the person who will be harmed is staff. So they should place the machine in an area where it is spacious to prevent accidents from occurring. Because like there's this thing that you pull, so when you pull it, then like it may snap back to the other person. So next is to have a proper person to check on the machine and replace the wiring on the machine properly. And yeah. Okay, so next is the wiring of the gym machine is too loose. I mean it's not loose lah, but like it's frayed. So yeah, so the machine wiring is frayed, and it's not repaired properly, so the person affected will be staff. So even though there was like tape already put over it, it's not properly repaired because it's like weight. Because it's weight, so if you put on the weight, sometimes it will just break. So even though there's a maintenance in progress sign that is placed on the machine, the sign is not placed on the proper problem on the machine. So if you have a proper person to check on the machine and replace the wiring properly, it should be done as soon as possible, so the staff can use the machine.
Okay, so this is the questionnaire. You can read lah. But then any program that is not effective is the gym. Mostly is gym. Usually, because most of them is actually new staff. Yeah. Let's see about the recommend. Haven't. Okay, which one? Oh, which one? Let's see about this one. Oh, okay. Recommend any changes to the facilities. You can suggest like free mobile app for the fitness to check their goals and reference. Example like the 8Fit app. And then some of the staff are not really aware of the facilities because they are very new to the RP. And then some of the staff also recommend that maybe they can make it compulsory for the staff to participate, so they can just go and then participate in the activities. Then after that, some of the staff, the last staff told us that he's very appreciative in RP because it's one of the best school in Singapore, and then he was from Philippines, and then he very appreciative and everything. Yeah. And then next.
So this is that one. I think that for number 2, I think we have meet this criteria because we are able to interview like different RP staff from academic to corporate staff. Then we cover the tier 1, which is physical, mental, emotional. So then for the Ottawa chapter is enhancing personal skill and creating supportive environment. And also yes, it is inclusive as we make a free mobile app to everyone to track their progress.
Thanks. Okay, so we can add new features like 8Fit. It's a free app into the RP Connect app. So it's an 8-minute customized workout based on personal preference and goals. And since school activities are considered too long for some staff, we can use this app because it's only 8 minutes. And then we can make other activities compulsory. For example, every twice a week for 10 to 30 minute workout. It's still optional lah. They can choose whether to go or not. And for awareness, we can ensure that all staff are aware of the activities that is going on. So we also can have a staff ambassador. So for example, for every department, we'll have a staff to spread awareness. So like they'll be like, hey, have you heard of this activity? Let's go together. And lastly, a Telegram mass group app about the upcoming activities.
Okay, so the board, right, don't know whether you all can zoom in or not lah. So the innovative and creation, right, is that the intervention is a mobile app. Mobile app, right, is free. And we will add features inside the RP mobile app. We already have an RP net. It's just that we add the features in, right, it will be convenient for every RP staff. And then the purpose is can use for all ages. And it is easy and free to use. We can actually customize based on personal preference. And it can be added to your laptop or your OACs. So you don't always have to use your phone. Sometimes when your phone is not with you, you don't know where you put it, you still can access it through your laptop or OACs. And based on the we can actually customize to you can set your own goals. Like for example, now you are 55 kg, you want to set it to 50 kg. So you can check your own process throughout. And then what's your plan for the workout? You can plan maybe now set up, later we go yoga, all these. And then what's need to be done to achieve a what. So we actually can motivate you by let's say you check in 10 minutes daily for 5 days. You are working 5 days, right? So we check just 5 days for you. And if you check in every 5 days 10 minutes, right, we have one free meal for you as a reward. And then the notification can be done by email. Email that we don't put a lot of words for you because maybe a lot of people don't read. Like the new stuff, they say we do have email that send you what facilities we have. But at the same time, if it's too wordy, you won't read. We understand that. So we give you a poster, we put picture, we put time, date, place, and what it is about. So if you want to find out more, you can go for it. And then we can put a very big title for you. The new big thing in RP. Attract your attention. Then you go read. So actually the whole main purpose for successfulness, right, is for keep track your personal progress. Like day 1, do you have any progress? Day 2, 1 week, 2 weeks later, how much do you make? And then gain weight or lose weight. Each tracking of process is recorded into the app to be earned, and then earn reward. If let's say you achieve your goals, right, you get another reward also. Yes, we are done.
Okay, not yet. You're not done. There's one part you haven't done yet.
Okay, one moment.
This one. So you just briefly go and describe. Can you describe briefly what's the coverage? This part is to address the coverage because if not, don't worry, you still got plenty of time, but you need to address this because if not, that whole section you got 0 marks on.
For the creating supportive environment, right, is the physical wellness.
Okay. It's okay, don't worry, you still got 4 minutes.
Physical, emotional, social, and environment wellness.
Okay.
Also for the occupational.
Okay. Just instead of letting us know, instead of reading out all the details there, can I just invite you to let us know, right, roughly when you actually did the assessment of all the different emails and staff initiatives, what glaring gaps are there? What gaps and in what specific area? Okay, so what gaps are there, and what you have discussed over here, does it adequately address these gaps to make your program comprehensive? That's one. Secondly, the programs that you have suggested, are they inclusive enough? Don't worry, you still got time. You got 3 minutes more. Okay, so these 2 parts.
No time, because they say lunch break. They say lunch break, right? Yes. So I think it's 3 minutes.
So you take note of what they say. Then okay, anyway that one is okay. You all need to evaluate them.
1 hour, all those case or every 1 hour. So now we give them additional 10 minutes.
Okay, 3 minutes, 30 seconds left.
Oh my god. For the creating supportive environment, right, the way we create is like we have different facilities, right? We have gym, relaxing corner, and then we have those other places that you can like just chill off your time. And this is let you to distress.
Okay.
So
which dimension?
That one is for mental. Distress emotional. Then the exercising is the physical.
But aren't these already quite well covered? So the question just now was, are there any areas that are not sufficiently covered? So emotional seems to be quite well covered already, right? right? Yes, Chairman? Yeah, so what is not adequately covered that you feel that your interventions here might actually help to fill up the gaps? No? Never mind, just try your best. Come on, you still have got 2 minutes and 26 seconds.
Spiritual.
How,
Spiritual is not well covered.
How will you address spiritual wellness then?
Because RP staff, they don't come together to support one another and to encourage one another to stay healthy together.
Okay.
Most of them, when they go and work out, it's just an individual thing. So maybe they can encourage more of their staff to go together. So like.
And the mobile app that you have proposed be one way that you can actually incorporate this?
Maybe you can actually chat inside the app with other staff to ask, hey, do you want to go for this activity together? If we go together, we get extra points.
Okay, so that's innovative, right? Like Pokemon like that. Okay, alright. Anything else you want to add to your presentation? Inclusive or not? Is it inclusive? That's one point. Another point.
It is inclusive.
Yes. How? Okay, don't worry, you've got 1 minute.
Maybe because like got some people that like they have the same similar goals, like maybe is it to lose weight or to like gain more muscle mass. So what they can do is they can go for any activities that is planned that is suited for that, and then they can go all together. So that is like inclusive. So you can like check with the person like, hey, I see that you have the same goals. Why don't we go together? Make it like a group activity.
Okay, great. So that's good. You all satisfied? Yes. Satisfied? Okay. So thank you. So you have also have 1 minute 30 seconds left over. So you also plus 1.5 plus. Okay. So thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. So I know it's been stressful, but thank you very much for working under stress. You all did a very good job. Okay. So what I'm going to ask you to do next is this. Right? So those of you from okay, so you all will start first. So can I get you to quickly gather, and in 5 minutes I would like you to address what are the points you feel are lacking in their presentation, and I would like you to propose a score, right, for each of the segments. Okay? So as a company, so can you get together now, starting with totally mental wellness, right? So you are going to now evaluate them. Okay, so the first section, which is management support. Second one is what's the third one? And what's the last one? No. Evaluation. Oh yeah, sorry, I draw over your this thing. I and E. Okay, so this one, right, I'm going to omit this. All of the points that were given here, 15%, I'm going to bring it here to 20%. Okay, so this is going to be 35, right? And this is going to be how many percent? 30%, this is 20%, right? So first, okay, this one I would like you to rate that team. Okay, so 4P and P. Okay, this one we omit. First of all, what is the score that you would like to give to them out of 100? Right, so how many percent? Yes, what's the score? Let's say for this one, right? Yeah, okay, so this one, right, don't worry about the 20%. What is the score out of 100 you will give to them for program planning? Okay, and then I would also like you to feedback to them anything you feel is lacking. Right, ready? Okay, so first of all, what's the score? .2 times 0.3 times 0.35 times 0.20. Okay, go. Come, quick. Let's go. Okay, you guys also listen up, because you are going to be evaluated. So take note of your comments. It's for each other's learning. Alright, it's for us to learn from each other. Okay. Sorry, you don't have. Okay, enough time? Done?
Out of 100.
Yeah. Can I have your score, please? And also any points that you would like to feedback to them. Let's do it. Over 100, how many?
Oh, overall?
Imagine you're giving them a grade. Huh?
Overall is over 100.
No, just give them a grade. Okay, since you like to give grades, right? What grade will you give them for this section? Program planning. Remember, program planning, it includes all those things. Other dimension of wellness, where are you supposed to mention? Here, not here. So can you focus this part first? Yeah, two. Let's focus on 2 first. Okay? Okay, so 65 to 70, 67.5 lah. 0.675. Okay? So can you give them your feedback? You say 65 to 70, that's in between. Okay, can you please give them your feedback on why is it that you gave them 67.5%? Okay, listen up. They gave you a score of 67.5% for program planning. So please just let them know why you gave them this score. 67.5% is how many? What grade is that? B plus. No, it's a C plus. Okay, so why do you give them a C plus? Why? So any comments that you have?
Like some comments are that we feel that if the buying pulley, I think there was a point that's mentioned about the buying pulley, which is we will want.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Okay, don't mind. Can just repeat for their benefit so that we can all learn from one another.
One of the points is the bind pulley, which is the balancing one, because you all mentioned that if the bind pulling is being placed away, right? So in case if there's any stuff that actually need to reach for it, will it still be able to? Then second point is, are the staff the only one who is being affected in all the 3 rooms that you all find the risk involved? Because what if cleaners are the one going in to clean up the room? Third example is the spray. And third is, you all didn't mention the level of each risk and the duration for actions to be taken when anything happens.
Okay, got that? So those are important points you need to include. So I hope you take the feedback constructively. All right, thank you very much. Any further comments? If not, can we move on to the next part, please? So could we have this one, program comprehensiveness, mainly the welfare team. I'll need you to consolidate a score and give them your comments, please. So in the meantime, you also prepare your evaluation, okay? Can get ready. All right, so Ken? Anybody very good in mental sum? Anna, what is 0.2 times 0.675? Okay, don't mind. You all calculate what score. Then later I need to add up. Then that will be your score. Then you know who's the winners. Score. I cannot see. Okay, got it? Next. What's the score you will give them for program comprehensiveness? Okay, why 60? Say. Okay, why will you give them 60? Okay, everyone, over there in 4 PNP, they have decided to give you 60%, and 60% is a C. Right? Okay, I know in O levels is a B, but in poly, right, it's actually a bit different. So why do you give them a C for this?
They only focus on physical and mental wellness. They don't cover on the other dimension of other wellness.
Okay,
so
that, you only focus on physical and
mental.
Okay, physical and mental. Do you agree? Your focus was mostly on physical and mental. Yes, everyone? Chairperson? Hello? Chairman? Okay, Anna. Wait. Arina and Anna, wait, listen what they had to say first. She mentioned that you only focus on physical and mental. Do you agree? No. Why not?
The last part of the app, we got share about spiritual and social as well.
Okay, so would you like to revise your score after they have justified, or will you stick with this? Is it strong enough what she has mentioned, or you want to stick with it? It's okay.
Because you are the one focused.
Okay, aside from that, right? Let's check. Aside from the not covering enough aspects, do you have any other areas that you want to also comment about program comprehensiveness? Aside from areas of wellness, what else? Anything else?
Okay, we also felt like they only focus on staff rather than inclusive of other demographic groups. Like
okay, such as
what makes RP is not only the staff but the students as well. So like
that should be under evaluation. Okay. Yeah. That's the inclusiveness. That's the next part. No worries. You can
but for their spiritual and everything, it was like kind of a last minute thing. So if they didn't add it in, then it won't be there at all.
So we will stick with this. Okay, because that was a last minute addition. Okay, thank you. So if excuse me, or you don't understand. Yeah. So they will stick with what you mentioned. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so with this, any other points? So what is this value? 0.18, right? Okay, next section, evaluation, where we're dealing with inclusiveness. So you mentioned a bit about inclusiveness just now. So what do you have to say about the inclusiveness of your programs? What's the key points here? Or have you decided on the score? What's the score? Okay, would you like to decide on the score, please?
Okay. 80 because they did in their details and they are on the spot, even though it's just two things that they are really into. So I'll give them 75 or 80. I don't know. Chairman?
Okay, now what would you like to release your
75 or 80.
Okay, have you decided on the score?
When we see how they evaluate, right? Okay, if that is just two things that they are really detailed in those two particular things, which is physical and mental. So I think it would be nicer to give 75 or 80. And they are really, if you remember the interview box maybe, and they list up everything for that too. So I think it would be 75 or 80.
Okay.
80.
Okay, so what's the score you will give them?
I don't know how to say 80.
No, score 80, yeah? 80. So that's quite a good score, that's an A. Okay, they give you an A for your evaluation, so they say that you are pretty inclusive. So would you like to state any points you would like to share with them on this topic?
This one is cause like they were planning to add into the school app so this school app like students also can use, so we thought that it was quite inclusive for them to do it. Then they also covered like strengthening creating a supportive environment for Ottawa Charter just now because of their spiritual wellness thingy.
Okay. Alright. Okay. So good job. Are you all okay? Happy with the good comments they've given you? Great, right? Okay, well done. Okay, so now last but not least, the part on innovation. So how would you rate this?
I thought it was nice.
Okay, innovation. So their innovation is over there.
I think it's not bad.
Alright.
It's not bad.
So how will you rate this?
They did say that it's within the school and school area. If it's out of the school area, will the staff still be able to make use of this app?
They never say properly about if it happened outside of the school.
No, this one I think this one is for school only. Because they say add on to existing application.
Sorry, my writing's pretty horrible.
It's okay.
Whose writing really nice? Yours. Okay, so what's the score you would give them for innovation and enterprise? Take note that this is that mobile app. So when you're talking about innovation and enterprise, there are two parts that you need to address. One, how innovative is it? Is it something that is totally new, never done before? Second part, does this address the specific problem on hand or not? Because you can be as innovative as you can be, but if it doesn't solve the problem, then it doesn't help. So with this in mind, what's the score you would give them? Score?
I mean like it's not that unique, but it works well.
It will work well because what are the key things that you feel may contribute to the success if it does work well?
Okay, first of all, it's an application that everyone use already. Then
so they are used to it.
It's a similar app. Yeah, and then they say like if they cannot connect to this app, they can connect to Leo or Oasis.
Okay.
So
Oasis only VPN can.
Oasis.
Then after that they say like they also offer like incentives
and they also like say how they're gonna market this program.
Okay.
So they also added in like the personal progress, which it really helps them to analyze whether it works or not.
Okay, got it. So, okay lah. In short, it will work well because it is on platforms that are familiar with most people, and the platforms are rather stable as well. What about the other parts pertaining to what they have built in the program per se? Any elements of that you think might be might actually contribute to success? The motivational aspects, the rewards, the incentives.
Yeah, they gave incentives. Then they also like give a detailed explanation of how they're gonna market this program so that it reaches out to more people.
So the coverage, you all got that, She says your coverage is pretty okay. Your incentives are good. However, the point, as mentioned initially, this is not really something that's totally new, right? It may be a good, maybe not so good as well, but yeah, it's not super innovative, right? Any other further comments? If not, what's the score? What's the score you will give to them? Oh, sorry. Anna, what's the value?
The thing is, it works well. The only problem is that
okay, so what's the value you give to them?
Yeah.
Ready? Come on, let's give a score.
I'm never going to comment anymore.
Okay.
How?
Any score? Yeah.
1995 can?
How much? 95. Wow, so high. Okay. Congratulations, they've given you a super high score, 95%. Okay. So Anna, what's the score? Is it 0.1? Is it 0.19? Is it 0.19?
Yeah.
Okay. 0.19. Okay. Can you add this up? Anna, add. Since you got your phone open. Okay. So let's see what's the full score. This will be your grade. So now both of you actually minus 1.5 or rather 15. Sorry?
This will be the grade for today.
This will be how well you have done for this part of your presentation. 0.785. So 78.5%. So this is not A lah. So you have got a B plus. Alright? Okay, so thank you very much. So now we move on to, can I have that please? Okay, so now we move on to your team. Okay, it's your turn now. Okay, so after this, then we will wrap up. Okay? Right. So who's gonna talk first? Okay, can I have your comments for program planning? Wait, this thing. Who's Sandy? Come. Anna, go. Okay, can I have your? First of all, can I have your score? 0.20 times what? What's the score you will give them? For program planning. Remember, program planning includes parts that require both the risk assessment and the as well as the needs assessment team. 70%. So, what are the key points that you would like to feedback for them? Okay, by the way, you have given very, very good feedback. Well done. Right? Good job.
They didn't put an accurate cause. Like for example, they just say like because of this what would happen, but they didn't say like what could
what's the cost?
What is the cause of the
yes.
risk in the first place?
Okay, are you referring to the scenario A and B?
Yeah.
Scenario A and B. Okay, agree. Okay. Anything else? How about the risk assessment portion? Was that done well? Risk assessment?
Risk assessment could be the spray thing. Like they say their suggestion is to replace it with a new cap and put it at the corner of the room. But actually the eye is still very exposed. Maybe they could put it in the pantry for the cleaner instead.
Okay.
So only like the cleaner has access to it instead of
Possible. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Great. Anything else you want to comment for the first part? No? Okay. Thank you. So you have got 0.14. So how about program comprehensiveness? So this one, I'd like to hear from the welfare team. What do you have to say about the program comprehensiveness? So what's the score you give them first of all? 0.30 times what score? Later, who's okay, so what's the score? 60. Please. Don't worry. This is how many? 60. Okay, so same. Okay. And so 60 for the next part. Alright. So okay, how about the program evaluation, which is on the inclusiveness? This part here. What's the score they will give them first of all? Are there programs that they have suggested? The proposed programs, is it inclusive? Actually also taken case to cover that. Okay, program inclusiveness. Right, so program inclusiveness, is it well covered? Yeah, how's it? Yeah.
No, below 80.
And so saying, Sandy or Kimberly, who's going to talk about this part? 95.
Oh, now you got eye. Got eye,
is 0.28 and 95 is 0.19 meh?
You don't. You calculate.
Give them the same.
Above
95.
95, okay. So what comments do you have? 95 is a very good score. Yeah. So obviously you are quite impressed with what they have to offer. So what are the reasons why you feel that such a good score is actually recommended? Why is such a good score recommended?
It's very easily accessible.
Yeah, everyone got laptop.
If you are interested to work out, you just go on live and then you can see them ready anytime, any day.
Yes. Okay, so what is the score including? Okay, thank you. Alright, so last but not least, what about the innovation portion? So innovation portion, what do you think of this program? So what will you give them?
80.
80, okay, so why 80? 0.20 times 0. Not times 80 times 0.8. So it's 0.16.
Huh? Wait, what?
Okay, so why do you give them 80 for this?
He said 他们95%是 based on 35%.
Okay, so what is the reason for giving them this score?
Sorry, we had some miscommunications.
Oh, okay.
How much? How much? 80 Okay, 80.
Okay, so still 80?
Yeah.
Okay, so why 80?
It's all good, but it can be further improved.
Yeah.
It's all good, but it can be a little bit further improved.
Okay. So is there any suggestion?
You know the live cam thing, right? The live cam thing.
Live cam thing, yes.
You can see your instructor live cam,
Yeah.
but your instructor cannot see you. So we cannot guarantee that they are doing it or not. Even though if you have e-journal, right, doesn't mean, right, they can say, I do this, but actually they never do. Just
okay.
like,
Okay,
so it's like 50-50 lor.
Alright, so do you all agree? You all okay with that? Okay, in any case, based on the scores, then it looks like team totally mental wellness has won the game. So, but anyway, both of you have done really well. So thank you very much. Okay, so thanks so much for all that you have done today. Thank you. Okay, so thank you to both teams for your excellent evaluation. All right. Okay, so I would now. Okay, so first of all, very good presentations. Right. Thank you for keeping to the time, and thank you also for addressing the key points as well when you present. All right. So now the key points that you need to deal with when you present, right, were all specified on this triangle over here. Okay, so for today's lesson, everything that you need to know, right, you need to look at this framework which has been given to you in the very first place as your starting point. Okay, so when you study for your exams, for this topic on corporate wellness, always go back to this framework. So this is a new framework that is introduced for you today. Alright, you have been introduced to multiple different frameworks. You have been introduced to FITT, starting with FITT, which came out in the MSA. Then after that, you learned about Ottawa Charter. Today, you still use the Ottawa Charter, but you have come up with a framework that is actually relevant for corporate wellness itself. So I would like you to take note of this framework. Now, in order for us to recap on some of the points that have been covered, I would now like you to be prepared for Kahoot. So, okay. Individual. Okay, so those of you who won the thing, right, I will give you, I give you this one. And then the winners of the Kahoot, the top few also will get this. Okay. Right. There's something that I would like you to take note before we go to the Kahoot. This is something which we didn't really cover much, right? So do take note of this. Okay, so I would like to draw your attention to this first. This is a point that we didn't manage to cover earlier, but I would still like you to take note of it as well. Right? So these are the benefits of workplace health promotion programs to both the employer. So the employer will be the management, all right? Meaning people who manage the staff. And this will be the benefits to the employee, the people who work. Generally, what you need to understand is this. Employers, right, will benefit from people who actually are able to perform well at their work. Correct or not? So how do you see whether people are performing well at work? Well, you have less people who quit. So that's turnover. Right? I'm sure you have learned this in what other modules have you learned about staff turnover and so on? Have you learned this in microecons? I'm sure you have, right? Correct? Sorry, I beg your pardon? Yes, if you're not happy, then they will leave. And then it does it reflect well on the company if a lot of staff leave? No, right? Likewise, when a lot of staff take MC, right? What does this mean? What happens to the company? When a lot of staff, yes, very inefficient, and you have low productivity. So these are all the benefits to management, because when staff are well taken care of, when you have all the programs like what you have mentioned just now, they will be more keen to work well, right? They'll be more keen to come to work, be happy at work, and they'll be less inclined to take MC. Okay, so that's the benefit to the management. Likewise, for staff, right, they themselves will feel happier at work, right? So when they are happy at work, they have improved efficiency, of course, and they also have better morale, motivation, and they are happier with the job satisfaction. Okay, so these are just some of the things that I would like you to take note of before we go into the Kahoot. So with this, let me place this here, and we can start to launch. Why is this thing still moving? Okay. Just place this here. Okay. Everybody get ready for Kahoot. Okay, so we're going to use this to review what we covered today. Alright, get ready and while you are logging in, let me distribute the links to the winners. Now, for your questions. The first two questions we have just dealt with. Okay, first one, which of the following options does not represent benefits for employers? Okay, which one? Come on, two more. Stop. Alright. Okay, so this one, right? There's no increased healthcare costs, but all these I did mention just now. Okay? So who got wrong? Who? Okay, never mind. Wow, friend number 1. Okay, next. Uncle number 2. Hongi number 3. Okay, next one. Which one does not represent benefits for employees? Okay, so you all must have better memory skills. Okay, so increase salaries. When you plan workplace programs, got increased salary or not? Don't have, right? Okay, uncle number 1. Okay, who is Bing? Who is Bing? Alright, next question. Health screening. Which dimension of wellness? Okay, which dimension of wellness is this? For health screening. Alright. Wow, still got people wrong. Okay. Alright, so health screening obviously is physical. Okay, so let's see whether Uncle is in the lead. And yes, she is. And Bing is number 2. And friend has dropped to number 3. Who is Bing? Jasmine?
No, Nadia.
Okay. Next. Okay, which of these is not a valid step in corporate wellness needs assessment? So those of you who did needs assessment, you better know this. Which one? Go. Yeah, this one more for the welfare people. So you all just guess. But don't worry, later got questions for risk. So this is needs assessment. So you guess. It's pretty obvious actually. It's quite straightforward. I mean, okay. Answer is number 5. Okay, so this one, just now, did you see this inside the steps that I give you all for the interview? Go or not? Don't have, right? Whereas this one, you ask them what's their level of wellness. This one, you ask them what's the 3 corporate initiatives that they like. This one, the gaps, what do they feel can be improved. Okay? But never ask them for preferences to be made to management. Why? Never what? It's not one of the steps. Not why, but it's just not there. Okay. Uncle, Bing, why got fire?
I don't know.
Wow, Uncle, you better be careful. Wow, okay, go. Next one. So which of this is not a valid posture suggestion? This fellow.
It's not a valid.
Not a valid posture suggestion. So which of these suggestions will you not suggest to this fellow? Which one? This is ergonomics. So ergonomics doesn't go in the risk. Okay, so head should be tilted upward. How should your head be like? What's the proper posture? How should your head be? Yeah, straight ahead. Right? Your eye level straight ahead. Not up, not down. Uncle. Bing no more leaning straight already. Okay, next one. Which risk is most important for the workman in this picture? Go. Yes, which of the risks is most important for the workman in this picture? Go. Why never did? Okay, later we'll give to the top few. Okay, well done. Who go and press hot weather? Ayo, hot weather in this room lah. Yes. Okay, next one. Wow, Bing. Hey, Bing has taken the lead now. Okay, which of these is not a hazard? So take a look at the picture and get ready to identify. Go. Which of these is not a hazard? Not a hazard, Oh no. Okay. So a lot of you got this wrong. So let me revisit this again before I show who wins. Got anything? You don't see any wires, although yes, it's a possible risk, but got exposed wires on the floor. Wait. Don't have, right? No? Don't have lah. Right? Okay, so the answer is this. Okay, all these others are there. Alright, let's see who is in the lead. Wow, Bing. Ayah, uncle, number 4 already. Okay, Anna, number 2, friend, number 3. Ready? Next question. Which of this is not a step in the 5-step risk assessment framework? Remember, there's 5 steps, although you did 4 only. So which one? Not So those of you who have done risk assessment, if you all got this wrong, I have nothing to say. Those of you from the welfare team, I hope you take note. Okay, and the answer is this, right? Bing. Okay, so the next one, which of this is not assessment criteria for Singapore Health Award? You see Singapore Health Award on the board. So which one? Take note, So remember, management support is still one of the criteria. It's just that I didn't cover it just now in your evaluation. Okay, and Bing is in the top. And let's go for the last question. Which of the following is an example of a workplace accident? Flying also. So many people got this wrong. Okay, let's look at the answer. Why is it that, okay, some of you chose this. Take note, workplace accident means what? Workplace accident means, yes, first of all, it must happen. Must it happen at work? Must it happen at the workplace? Not necessarily. It must happen when the person is doing work for the company. So you may be not at the workplace, but you're doing work, official work is still counted. So when the RP staff is going home, he's not at work anymore, right? So not counted. Number 2, this happens in RP, right? But does it happen to an RP staff? No, so it's not a workplace accident. Does it happen to RP staff? Last one also, the stage collapses on invited guests. Also not. But the RP staff gets decapitated by a flying bosu. What's bosu? Bosu is the one you all balance on. Remember the half of the Swiss ball? Yeah. How you get decapitated by that? Maybe it's flying bosu. Okay. So maybe Arina not happy, she throw the bosu, then call out. Maybe you break your leg. Yeah. Okay. So everyone clear? Okay. So congratulations, and let's see who the winner is. And the winner is Bing. Yay! Okay. So the winner is Bing. Bing, you get. Oh, sorry. Bing.
Bing, you nuts.
Bing, you get. Do you like nuts, Bing?
You nuts, Bing.
Bing, you get 3.
Yeah, thank you.
3. And the next 2 you get 2 each. Anna, Yay, nuts. Oops, sorry. Sorry, you can't share this with her. And friend. Do you eat this, friend? Okay, so that's the sum up that I have for you. Now what I would like to do, I'll just finish up with some of the key important points that you need to take note of. And then we discuss very briefly about Silverfest. And then after that, we are done. Okay, for today. Alright? Okay, by the way, do you all know what's today's RJ question? It's already released. So today's RJ question, you have already seen. Any questions about RJ question for today? No. Okay, the RJ question, remember, is your personal reflection. No. But you must exhibit you must exhibit some higher order thinking. So meaning, right, you don't just describe, right? You may want to discuss why is it, do you think that RP has got these measures? Is it because they have maybe they are addressing certain problems? So you may want to address this in your RJ question. Okay, so the question, the RJ question, right? Okay. Okay, but the key thing is use higher order thinking to get more marks. Alright, to get A. Okay, so I only have to sum up, okay, because it's 3:28, I only have one thing to say. And that one thing that I have to say refers to this, right? What you need to know is that whenever you want to improve corporate wellness, you need to come up with a corporate wellness plan or a WHP proposal, workplace health promotion plan. This triangle that you see here is actually the foundation, and which is what you have come up with today. This is the foundation of a comprehensive and also a successful workplace health promotion plan. Why is it successful? Because it will consider the employees, what they need. So that's what you guys have done today, the people who did the needs assessment. You looked at what the employees need, and are the programs that are present for them out there, does it cover sufficiently, right, all the different areas of wellness. So this part here is referring to welfare. This part here, does the RP staff, right, or does the staff for the company that they are working in, does the staff feel safe? So how do you feel safe? You will feel safe when there are sufficient control measures to address the different risks and the different types of environmental and ergonomic issues that are present in the workplace, which is what you guys in the risk assessment teams have done. So this is another key element, right? Staff will feel safe because they feel that there's adequate control measures. Okay, so do you think RP staff feel safe or not? You are, okay. Maybe later in your RJ, you determine as a student, do you feel safe, right? But basically you have this in place, you feel safe. Now, other than that, there are also other benchmarks. The Singapore Health Award, this is actually specified by Health Promotion Board. So Health Promotion Board specifies the criteria which you all have actually looked at just now. So those criteria will define whether or not people will get the health award. And for your info, few years ago, RP, we used to get this Singapore Health Award. Any idea whether we got it last year? No. Did we get it last year? Any idea? We didn't. Okay, so we did not get it last year. So with your help, why? Because the programs were probably did not meet the criteria. So today you have learned how we can meet the criteria. So perhaps you can pitch your plan to management, and perhaps we will win the Singapore Health Award next year. Okay? All right, man. Okay, so this is all I have to say for today's lesson. Do take note of this. Do take note of the details that are provided to you in the 6P, because in your examination, as I've mentioned, you are not going to be asked to recall anything. You are not going to be asked to recall. You're going to be asked to apply. So similar to what you have done today, how are you going to apply a needs assessment, right, to a scenario? Right? How are you going to carry it out? Next, especially for you guys back there, how are you going to apply a risk assessment? Okay, so these are the types of questions that you will need to deal with. As you know, you've already done the MSA, so ESE, a lot of questions from here, right? You need to know how to apply. So I know that today you have focused on safety and you're focused on risk assessment. Sorry, you're focused on risk assessment, you're focused on needs assessment. So I'd like you to consolidate the PowerPoints, upload it into your team folder. So can someone from each team please upload two things. One's the worksheet, one's the PowerPoint. And later take a look at, you all have access So can you please take a look at each other's PowerPoints so that you can learn more about how to address the different areas. Why? Separated? Yes. So can you submit one for the worksheet and one for the PPT? Say again? Administration error. Okay, I'll address this later. Okay, so this is what I'll cover for today's lesson. Alright, later the administrative issues, I will deal with it with you separately. Okay, very quick word on Silverfest. Are you all excited for Silverfest? No. Why not? Okay, so Silverfest, I would like to update you that there are some changes. Okay? The changes are simply with the venue only. Okay, so let me just show you. Oh, and also another thing. We have a Chinese name for Silverfest now. I'm going to reveal this to you. I'm not the one who came up with this, obviously. So, Hong Yi, can you kindly give us your suggestion on whether this is suitable? It's not. So yeah, so that's the Chinese name for Silverfest. Okay, so for SWA, what they believe is that CC, right, means that playful, right? And then Le Ling is elderly lah. So this is a festival for the elderly who are involved in Le Ling. Yeah, because elderly hair color, yes. Okay. So the date and time will be the same. Okay, I'll just very quickly go to. Okay, this is where you'll be situated. This is the stage, right? So you guys are going to be on the stage. So the schedule will still be the same. The schedule will still be three different sessions run by the 3Js. So where's the 3Js? 3Js. All right. Okay, so the 3Js, you all will be doing this. So this is where you'll be doing the dance. By the way, the minister will also come, and then we'll try to get him to come on stage to dance with you also. Sorry?
Where's the handicap area?
Handicap area is, handicap area meaning what? You want handicap on stage? They will all be below. So this area will be kept empty, and then there will be place for wheelchair-bound persons here. Alright? Ken? But you're not talking about bringing out the handicap on stage, right? Don't, That one, risk assessment, very jialat. Where the wheelchair fall off stage, how? Now you're all done, right? What's the level of risk? Very high. Don't do that. Okay? Then at the same time, a lot of the others also are brought down. So you'll be doing it right next to these guys doing health screening lah. And then the silver streets will all be around you as well. Okay? And then, so you are no longer up here. Okay? But you will still be given the microphones. Right, so the 3Js, you'll be wearing the headset microphone and you're going to dance on stage. Okay, can I ask, what is your level of comfort? Do you all need to view the video or can you just dance? Because with this, right, it's going to be a bit difficult to get the monitor speakers so what's your level of comfort? How? Can you dance without the... You need to see video. So how do you propose we show the video? Put laptop in front. How? Tell me. How? How can or not? Or are you confident we just go on stage and just whack?
Then if like that, can we have more dance practice instead?
Can, of course. Of course, sure. So if you need more practice, let's book. So just let me know. All the bosses are boss and vice boss. Hello, boss. Yes, exactly. So would you like to schedule a few practice sessions?
But I need to know when everyone is free, cause
Sure.
we cannot arrange a session then book the facility, but then nobody is willing.
Yes. So let's have a date where everyone can come down. I mean, everyone who's involved in Silverfest lah. I know that Claire is not involved, so it's okay. But I hope the rest can come down so that we can all do it together. Because for the past 2 sessions, we have not had full attendance. Okay, so could we have full attendance for the next session, please?
Everyone can come SPC on Tuesday? Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody need to bring a burger lah. That's one thing lah.
Oh, immediately after class. Tuesday. Okay. You all are in the same class. I'm not sure whether is it feasible to practice during lunch break? Not feasible? No? Okay. Noted.
But what if it is on Thursday, like after class?
After class, Anna got training.
Yeah, should be okay. Only Anna got training. Thursday. But like only she got training. Yeah, everyone she wouldn't be able to attend.
Thursday.
So Anna, you better practice. So Anna, you practice in class every Thursday, right? Then you come and you dance for us.
No, like every training we can record our whole the whole dancing. So maybe we can stand with her. She also can do.
Then while you're training, right, you dance also. While you're taking attendance for your trainees. Okay, so I think if it's only Anna, Friday. I don't know. You're okay with Friday? After today also you die what? Today also die right? Okay. Cannot. Okay.
The lesson 12 is 12:30 or 12 o'clock?
Lesson 12 is 12:30. Alright?
Saturday, everybody come.
Okay. Shall we consider you want to do it on the lesson 12 as well? We can schedule one session then. No, we can have one there lah. But that one will be the last session. Take note, 12 is the day before. 12 is the day before Silverfest. But you can schedule one last session after the 12 also. 3:30. Yes. Then immediately after that.
If the whole class is okay with staying there.
1 hour is more than enough, right? 1 hour can. But that will be the last session. I think you need one more before that. Cannot, Jolie. Enough or not? So now you all memorize, because must memorize the. Can. I can send you all the video, no problem. In fact, you all have what? YouTube. I thought you all have the YouTube link. I thought I sent before the YouTube link in the group chat. Never mind, I send again. So, okay, the songs, right? Can we? The other time we didn't confirm.
Are you booking on Friday or?
You let me know what's the dates you all can, and I will settle the logistics for you. All right? Okay. Okay. So